currently Thursday, the 26th of November. So today, me and head brewer John are going to actually try and make a secret small batch brew. The idea of this brew being that every year, as probably most breweries do, we get asked to make Christmas beer. Customers ask, do you have any Christmas beer? We always say no. We don't really like doing it. It's not something we've ever really done. But for a little treat, we're going to brew a very, very small batch of our version of a Christmas beer. We're just going to bottle it and we're going to give it to the staff as a Christmas present. A bit of an inside joke and a bit of a laugh, really. None of the staff really know about it. I'm sure they'll get the hunch as we go on throughout the day. But yeah, just something nice to do, a little bit different, see how it comes out. But I just thought I'd take you along the day with us, and I'll show you a bit later on the bottling, and then hopefully in a couple of weeks before Christmas or on Christmas Day, a bit of a taste test as well. So yeah, let's get cracking. Okay, so we've mashed in. We've done the most important part of the day, which is get some decent coffee on. So we've mashed in now, we're just waiting for it to come up and do its stuff. So I thought I'd tell you a little bit about the beer. So this is, well, firstly, what I should say is today's Tuesday. Me and head brewer John came up with this last minute idea on Friday afternoon while we were having a beer. Decided just to do something different, a little bit of fun for the staff. So we threw together some ideas. And when I say threw, I mean basically John came up with it and I just agreed. But so we are making a brown ale, a brown Christmassy ale. It's actually a brown ale recipe that we've used previously for a small batch project a while ago now. Put that down. But we thought we'd Christmas it up a little bit. So it's based off a load of pale malt. There's a bit of amber in there, a bit of Milano malt, a little bit of crystal malt. We're only going to hop it with some English full leaf hops, just mostly for bittering, to be honest. And then when there's about 10 minutes left of the boil or so, we reckon, we're going to add some stuff. So this is what we've got. So firstly, some nice fresh ginger we're going to add in for the Christmas sort of taste. We've got Italian mixed peel, which is often used in sort of fruit cakes and that sort of stuff. And then we've got, let me cover the name, but we've basically got a cake mix for a fruit cake. So loads and loads of cherries, fruit, sultana, all that sort of stuff in there. And hoping that brings that sort of warm, Christmassy sort of flavours to the brown ale, really. And add quite a bit of Muscovado sugar, obviously to give it a bit of strength, but also we're hoping that it kind of gives it that treacly kind of flavour. That's the plan anyway. We're then going to ferment this beer on an Abbey Belgian yeast. So we just thought Belgian yeast has some similar sort of characteristics that we want to do out of the Christmas beer, so sort of that clovery, peppery, dried fruit kind of flavour. So the plan is we're going to ferment it for about a week, let it cool then for about a week as well, and then we'll bottle it and let it condition for about a week or so. Hopefully then being able to give everyone a bottle who works here and a few of our friends a bottle just before Christmas, so by the time they open it, yeah, hopefully they can open on Christmas Day and try it, and that will scratch the itch that they always ask us for a Christmas beer. Okay, so it's the 3rd of December now, so a little update for you, a little beer update. As you've just seen with some pretty underwhelming footage, we've just dropped a load of yeast out of the fermentation tank. Beer's probably now got, I reckon, I don't know, somewhere between sort of 3 and 6 more days left before we transfer it and package it. But a little bit of a recipe update. So in our mysterious brewer's office, John found some flavouring that we had received as a trial, as a sort of a tester, really. So this is actually chai food flavouring, and we sort of came to the conclusion that there's a little bit of a Christmassy sort of tint to it, a little bit of cinnamony spice, Christmas spice flavour to it. So what we're planning on doing is just before, maybe the day or two before we take it out for packaging, we're going to add some of the food flavouring into it and see if it just lifts it a little bit, gives it a bit more an intense sort of spicy Christmas flavour. Yeah, it's a bit of a risk. We're going to give it a go and just see how it comes out. So I'll update you soon. Okay, so first things first, it hasn't exactly gone to plan. It was originally a Christmas beer. I think I talked about that at the start of the video. We were going to give it to the staff as a bit of a present. It is currently the 23rd of January, and we finally have it ready. So December ended up being a super busy period for us, which obviously is fantastic. Lots of last minute trips in the van and running here, there, and everywhere. Some people off and away on holiday, and December, fantastic. Unfortunately, it meant our little pilot kit got sort of put in the corner, not forgotten about, but maybe not focused on too well. We managed to really quickly prime and bottle it. I think it was just after Christmas, I want to say, or very late in December. Probably didn't prime it enough. So we primed it again, and here we are. We finally have something that's kind of ready to drink, and that's just what happens. Unfortunately, sometimes there's no point lying or trying to hide it. It was only a bit of fun, so that's sometimes what happens. I haven't tried this at all yet. I know John, our head brewer, has given it a go. I don't think our staff have either. So the final bottle is this. So this is essentially our taproom project now. Taproom project 13. Definitely not a Christmas beer. So I'm going to give it an open, give it a try, and see how it's ended up after all this time. See if I can pour it so you guys can see it. There we go. It's not bad. It's a lovely colour, actually. It's like a reddy sort of Reddy brown, decent head as well. It's not bad. Now, I'm not going to say I was worried, or I'm not going to say that I didn't have high expectations, but I don't know. That looks that's pretty good. Decent head there. Okay, so I'm going to try. I don't pretend to be the best at this in terms of trying to describe it, but I'm going to do my best. Yeah, it's kind of it really smells a bit Belgian-y. It's got a gingery kind of peppery smell to it. Bit fruity maybe as well. Okay, so genuinely a bit excited. I don't want to say I didn't have high expectations, but I'm pretty impressed so far. That head's still there. Pretty good, decent colour. Right, let's give it a crack. Okay, interesting. How do I describe it? So it definitely smells fruitier than it tastes. Some of that fruit's gone somewhere. It's got lost somewhere. Um, that chai, that those chai drops we put in are really coming through. There's like a spiciness. There's like a mixture between a Belgian pepperiness and like a little spiciness. Okay, not obviously heat, like but that Christmas spice, just that little bit of spiciness as well. It's lovely texture. I mean, it's pretty easy going down for whatever day we are at midday. To be fair, um, I don't know if we've hit the brief of here's a Christmas beer, make it taste like Christmas. But I tell you what, that's a pretty good brown ale. That's easy. That's going to go down pretty well. Um, so our Christmas beer didn't end up being a Christmas beer, but who cares? It's now January anyway. But that is a really good ale. That yeah, it's got a lot going on. There's a little bit of fruit, yeah, pepperiness from the Belgian yeast, the spiciness. Maybe that's from the chai, or maybe it's a bit of the ginger that I'm tasting that we put in. But it's really quite soft, really good drinking. Um, so what we're going to do now with this, hopefully, is on the 1st of February at the tap room here. Obviously, you can see us. We've got our little winter festival that we do. It's just our little winter warmer. So anyone who's local to us can come down, and we'll stick a load of these in the fridge, and we'll probably just do glass pours for the day. So maybe there's 25 bottles. And yeah, you can come down and try our taproom project. Definitely not a Christmas beer. It's our first attempt at sort of behind the scenes YouTube video, I guess. Was determined to get it over the line, even though we came up with some difficulties for this beer. But if you guys or anyone watching out there would like to see any more from how we sort of run day to day, or like us to do some more beer tastings or show you a bit more of the process, we'd love to film some more stuff. So please just let us know. And yeah, thank you for making it this far. Cheers.